How many of you wants to unveil the amazing benefit of a holistic and sattvic lifestyle that empower you to a new level of consciousness, a new level of spiritual evolution to experience you divine nature, your bliss. So this is part 2 of unlocking spiritual evolution and growth, healing and empowering yourself with wellness and diet. So in part 1 last week, we talked about wellness, and there was so much. It was like we could have talked about it for hours. Today we will focus more on 3 main ingredients, but more related to diet, and yet it's completely about wellness. So let's get to it, because if you want to vibrate at a new level of consciousness and experience Satchitananda, your true divine nature, which is bliss, this will open up your eyes, beloved. And I can tell you, if it was not of this, Devi Ma would not be here today with breast cancer, which almost died of an anaphylactic shock reaction to the chemotherapy, destroy all my organs. I mean, it was intense. To recover from this was a whole entire journey that I made so many discoveries, and I want to share with you this priceless wisdom. And also on the self-realization, it was beyond a spiritual journey. And I'm here today as a miracle, so much to share with you. So let's get to it. Number 1, we touch on it briefly on part 1. And if you haven't watched part 1, watch that first, preferably, and then come back to part 2 and pay close attention. And I know I throw a lot at you in part 1, because this is a subject we can talk about for like, I actually could do an entire program just on wellness and diet, because it's a vast subject and so much wisdom, so many secrets I want to share with you. So number 1 is an organic vegan diet, and mainly raw, but 50% raw. And it's not that difficult. In my days when I recover after I almost died of an anaphylactic shock reaction to the chemotherapy, and that was very severe, and I can tell you today, I'm a walking miracle. And by the grace of the Ascended Master, and of course God, the grace of God, and then Jesus Christ. And some of you know the story, you have heard in Divine Satsang, or you read in my book, or you heard a little bit there and there, but in my program, Becoming the Light Inner Journey Mastery Program, which is very empowering, I go more in depth on that. But it was shocking awakening of so many things. So I ate a lot of raw food for over 10 years to build back my body temple, all with superfood, a lot of leafy greens, like I've discussed, all the cruciferous, a lot of chlorophyll, which is filled with life force energy. Think of it, life force energy, that's what animates the entire cosmos. Without it, we would not be here today. It is the life force energy coming from the sun. So when you eat, you're eating pure pranic energy. So you want to eat a diet that is alkaline. We have discussed that a little bit, but I will repeat a few major points. Alkaline, high pranic food. Remember, beloved, a lot of chlorophyll in your diet, which you find in vegetable, the green vegetable. But Devi Ma would say, eat the divine rainbow. Eat the divine rainbow. Remember that. Eat the divine rainbow means to eat all the color of the fruits, the peach. You see, when you put all the fruits together in the vegetable, it makes a beautiful rainbow. So you want to eat a lot of vegetable raw that is filled with not only with high pranic energy, but has a lot of minerals, a lot of vitamin, which is anti-inflammatory. And this journey will change your vibration, beloved. You know, combined with your sadhana, especially if you go through a Kundalini ascension. Because, I mean, this is a sacred metamorphosis of you being, of purification at the karmic level. And when you empower yourself with the life force energy, what God gave us in nature, it's so empowering. But let's talk about that. Empowering, what Devi Ma means, not just physical for a radiant health, but emotionally, mentally, energetically, mystically, you could say, or metaphorically in a way, because it's metaphysical, where you open your gate for spiritual, mystical experience. I remember when I did my green juice fast, oh my God, I didn't mention in the previous video, but I would go to the Tree of Life in Arizona. I did many under the care of my doctor at the time, my holistic doctor, it was Dr. Cousin. I would go in complete ecstasy. And one night I was sitting in my room, and I was towards the end of my fasting with green juice, and there was a lot of chlorophyll in it, and my body was really alkaline. Like I said, keep your body alkaline to 7.5 to 8. And I opened my eyes, and the life force energy, the pranic energy was dancing. The whole room was illuminated. It's an ethereal light like you have never seen, beloved. It's like dancing, and when you breathe, when it comes in, they're like little snowflake, but like fluffy, and it's hard to put into words. Because when you vibrate at that frequency, it changes everything for you spiritually. So if you're willing and open to break boundaries, just pay attention and be receptive, because what Devi Ma has to share is so priceless. Number 2 ingredient is one that most people are not even aware of. Eat in silence, eat mindfully. Chew every bite. It's been said if you chew your bite at least 30 to 40 times. Your stomach does not have teeth. Most people just gobble down and they're not even conscious. They're on their phone, they're watching TV. Just bring yourself back to this present moment and bless your food. Bless your food with divine love and light, and express your gratitude, and bless every living beings with abundance. And your thoughts, by generating this kind of high level energy, it's great karma. Not only is great karma, but you know, it's cause and effect. It comes back to you, and it expands your consciousness. And eat in silence, because when you eat in silence, you have deep reverence for our Creator, what we're eating, such a gift from Mother Earth. And it expands your consciousness, and you start breaking more boundaries. It feeds you in a different way, because when you eat very mindfully, you're not eating your thoughts. Often people eat, they are upset and or they carry resentments, or they carry anger, or they carry hatred. Whatever happened before you sit down and have a meal and you're ruminating and your mind goes on, or you watch the news and you're upset at a politician. If you eat all of this, you're eating that, beloved. So it's a practice, one bite at a time, and just enjoy and fill your heart with divine love and gratitude for our Creator who provided all this abundance. And when you realize that so many countries, so many babies are dying from starvation, and here you have so much abundance in your life, bless those who don't. Devi Ma has done that for actually since I was a child. And often I would say to the Divine Mother, feed all the animal, feed all the children who have no food, feed them from my breast, Divine Mother, and send them blessing. And you eat silently. Oh my God, this is such a way of rising your energy. It's phenomenal. Remember, put away everything, no phone, no TV, no gossiping, especially gossiping. Gossiping, it's a very, how can I say, it's an energy habit that you certainly don't want to cultivate. It sucks your energy and bring you down in low vibrancy, low frequency. So be aware. Remember a Divine Set song last week? If you haven't watch it on the live stream. It's called How to Master Your Energy Habit and Your Destiny. Because gossiping is a big energy habit that will suck your energy and bring you down in low frequency. So number 3, that one, I hold it to the highest in my heart. And this one is about non-violence, Ahimsa. Some of you are aware of Ahimsa, knows about violence, but Devi Ma will give you a different perspective. Maybe you're not aware, maybe you are. And write down your question, and so far, write down what has touched you about this, all the different points we talked about, and probably the third one will touch you even more and might move you. And some of you might have had experience with that. Remember, eating and what you drink, it's been said, we are what we eat and what we drink. And it's so true. It's so true. Because, beloved, when you eat and you drink something, you take on that energy, that vibrancy. That's why I want to talk to you about non-violence, about Ahimsa. Ahimsa starts with your words, what comes out of your mouth. Verbal abuse is non-Ahimsa. It is violent. It is verbal abuse has a certain form of frequency that is as violence. So is when people are fighting and say ugly words, or in your words and your action, and in what you eat. Bring Ahimsa, non-violence, into your plate. And the connection with the animal is so deep for Devi Ma. I mean, so deep. And I'm sure many of you have had phenomenal experience with the animal. And so, did you know, beloved, animals have emotion and feelings? I can tell you that. We don't need to look at study. And I have seen it with my own eyes, not just with my cats, but with cows and with dogs, the homeless animal on the street. You see them suffering. You know, I travel all around the world, and I've seen in many third world countries like Mexico, well, they're developing country now, thank God, but like India, and the animals that go to slaughtering houses, they know. And it is tremendous what happened, because animals have fears. Animals they feel love, they can feel hatred, they can have low frequency energy emotion like anger, hatred, resentment, terror. Oh my God, at the slaughtering house, many of them are slaughtered consciously. Do you know what happened, beloved? What happened is tremendous. They release an hormone into their flesh, and the vibrancy of those low frequency energy goes into their flesh. And people who eat meat, who are addicted to the meat, energetically, metaphysically, keeps them in low frequency energy. I have seen it with my own eyes. People who eat, and I'm not telling you what to eat, this is not about it. You can continue eating animal if you want. First of all, meat is acidic. Number two, Ahimsa. If you are really on the spiritual path and you really care about Mother Earth and all living beings, becoming vegetarian or vegan is one of the first steps on the spiritual path. Is to have Mahakaruna, compassion for all living beings, bringing Ahimsa. Because, beloved, when you are eating meat, you're supporting those industry, the dairy industry. Oh, I won't even go there. It's so much animal cruelty into the farm factory. It destroyed the environment. I don't have to tell you, you can do research from your own. It's out there. All the destruction, the rainforests in Brazil, I mean, just to feed the cows. All the grain that have been used to feed the malnourished children in the third world or developing country have been used to feed the animal. And that's why we have starvation. We could put end to that. And eating consciously, it's all about eating consciously, eating a rainbow of divine love, like Devi Ma always say. And the animal will pay you back 10,000 times. And karmically, is the best thing you can do for yourself, to empower you to a new level of expansion of consciousness, to tap really deep into your true divine nature, who you are, and to be able to experience the beyond. Because if you eat animal, you're going to feel this low vibrancy energy. It's your choice. And remember, eating flesh of animal is eating your friend, and is eating very low pranic energy, maybe not even any pranic at all, because it's dead. Do you want to treat your body like a temple or a graveyard? That's your choice, beloved. So take baby steps. Devi Ma's not telling you to do it. Just go slowly, experience, see how it feels for you, how it feels for yourself. And it's a matter of knowing a little bit more about nutrition. And don't fall into the trap that I did. When I became a 100% vegan, I would say I was a vegetarian. I ate a lot of mock meat. I ate a lot of processed food. I ate a lot of dairy product. That was when I was a vegetarian. Which dairy product is the worst, because it creates a lot of mucus into your gut, and you're not going to feel good. You experiment, because eating is like a science, and especially if you're serious about growing spiritually and be empowered, heal, and transform, it will make a world of difference. I remember when I was at Gurudev's ashram, I was in India, and I was really called to go to the Goshala. I don't know if I've shared that story with you. Maybe some of you might know that from reading Becoming the Light. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's there, but I was so drawn to the cows. Love, love, love the cows. Do you know they have tears? Cows do cry. They're so much, they're so loving, so affectionate. And when I arrived, Goshala means a sacred cow. And when I arrived there, they were like dozens, couple of dozen. They were so happy to see me. And they all came and they started licking me. And they were so, so loving. I completely went in bliss. And in that moment, Krishna came to me, the deity Krishna. Energetically, I felt his presence and I was completely in ecstasy. And I stayed there half an hour and talking to the cows, and they were licking my arms and they were kissing me, and it was so, so beautiful. Beloved, if you haven't connected with the animal, with a pig, the most intelligent animal on the planet, more intelligent than a dog. They're such precious animal. It's time to expand your consciousness. It's time to enhance your perception and just test it for yourself. Educate yourself. So you want to grow and heal and empower, you want to experience the beyond, just try a few things. Bring the rainbow color of divine love and Ahimsa into your life through a diet that is low glycemic, alkaline, and with no violence. And so share this video with your friends and your family. Share it abundantly, because think about, it's not just about yourself, it's about the suffering of the animal. It's so horrendous what they go through. The animal in farm factory, the animal on the street, the homeless, the one in the cage, and the one in the slaughtering house. It's time to rise this consciousness and radiate the light on the planet. Are you willing with Devi Ma? So write down your question. What is it that really touched you? What point in this video? And what is it that the first baby step you want to change in your life now to empower you in your own divinity, Ahimsa, to expand your boundary of consciousness? And like the button, click and subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you have any question or any idea on this subject or any other subject, just tell us, and Devi Ma will consider to do a video just for you, like we have done, because we receive questions from all around the world from close followers. And so we're sharing tremendous wisdom and spiritual knowledge and priceless practical yogic tools. Come and join Devi's Grace and our loving community. And we're here for you.